Hi guys, it's Michelle. Today I'm going to be cooking arroz con pollo, chicken and rice. So follow me to my kitchen so we can get started. So I have some chicken here that I'm putting in water. And typically I would use bone-in, skin-on chicken, but that's a hot commodity nowadays, so we're using boneless, skinless. I'm going to put this to cook. I'm going to put it to cook on medium-high for about 10 minutes. Typically it would be 10 to 15 max. So the chicken is a bit cooked, but not completely. Let me put one bouillon cube. You add one bouillon cube to this. And I will cover it, let it cook down for around 10 to 12 minutes, and then we'll add it to the chicken. Okay guys, so here we're gonna start with some achiote oil. It's basically just oil made from infusing annatto seeds into vegetable oil. Some garlic, onions, you can dice it. Some people don't use it. I like to use it. Sofrito, you can make your own. You can buy it at the store frozen, or they have some new ones just in bottles. Tomato sauce. This is paste from what I used the other day. Cilantro, Manzanilla, olives. There's the sweet peppers. You can use pimento peppers. We have the mini sweet bell peppers. There's also turkey ham that we're going to use instead of just real ham since we don't eat pork. 2 cups of rice. There's cumin for a little later. There's Sazón, Goya. We get the one with cilantro and achiote. Salt and pepper if you want. I can't use pepper today because of allergies for a family member that's eating, but other than that, we can start. Your pan is nice and hot over medium heat. You can put some oil. We're using, again, the achiote oil, which is basically vegetable oil with annatto seeds that you steep and then take it off. I can do a video showing that at a later date. So you put your onions, and I guess my oil wasn't as hot as I thought it was, so we're gonna give it a minute. All right, so once the onions have cooked down for about 5 minutes, you add, I would say that's enough garlic, maybe the equivalent of a clove and a half or so, and you cook that down for 1 minute. Okay, we just want to bring out the flavors, the nice aroma from the garlic. To this, we're going to add our sofrito. Make sure we got that all in there. Our heat right now is on medium. Okay, so you incorporate that. Let it start heating up. And while that heats up, let's see one-handed how we do this. Oop. There goes the tomato paste. So we're gonna let this cook down for about a minute, and I'll be right back. So that's cooking down, and you wanna add the turkey ham. You wanna get the nice flavor, that the smokiness of the turkey ham gets it. And while that's cooking down, we're gonna add our sazón. This all will give the chicken a nice, rich, yellow, reddish tint. Okay, to this, we're gonna start adding our chicken that we're gonna take from the water. This is where we boiled it. We cooked the chicken down so it's not completely cooked. It's gonna finish cooking in the rice. It's important not to cook it all the way through, otherwise you're gonna have some dry chicken. Nobody wants that. So we're gonna add all that. I think might have a straggler in here. That's a tiny little, I don't know what piece of chicken. We're good here. So, mommy help me. So as you see, I'm being beckoned. But, okay, we're gonna move this around. Just get it nice and coated. And then we're gonna add the peppers. It's a lot of peppers, but why not? Okay, the cilantro and the black olives. Just mix that around. And those peppers start sweating those flavors into the pot. Probably not the best thing to say, but it tastes good. Then we're gonna put some cumin. I just really eyeball measurements. I'll put in the description what I think maybe is the right amount. I would say maybe half a teaspoon. And then we're gonna let that cook down just a little bit. That is cooking. We're gonna add our 2 cups of rice into the same pot. Here we go. And we're gonna stir this around. And just cook it for about a minute. You want to be careful not to touch your pot because all this gets very hot. Aluminum distributes heat very nicely. I'm just going to mix that around and let it cook down for 1 minute. And then we're going to add our water. And as you know, it is 2 cups of water per cup of rice. So you'll be adding around 4 cups of water. If you're going to measure, I just pour it in there. Always treat, you know, if you had beans or if you had chicken or anything, always treat that as 1 cup of water. Otherwise, your rice will come out too soupy. And some people like that. I like it a little more dry. Okay, so I'm about ready to add my water. Okay, and here comes our water. Put it in a little jug because I couldn't pour it. Okay, now we have our water in here. We're going to cook it on medium heat until the water starts evaporating. I also want to add that at this point, once it starts boiling, that you're trying to get that water evaporated for like around 10 minutes. You want to taste it. That way you can adjust if you need a little bit of salt. Since I have the bouillon cube in the water, plus all the other things, I think we're good with salt. Also, this stock, this water where you boiled down the chicken, you can actually save that and use it to start as a base, like a chicken broth, or a base of soup or something that you want to cook later. Okay, so now that you see like the rice is being revealed because the water is getting evaporated, then you're gonna stir it because you want to get those little bits off of the bottom. That makes a really nice layer on the bottom. That it's like a crispy, crunchy layer that people love. But you don't want too much of that, because then it's like you run the risk of burning your rice. So you just stir it up. Make sure you loosen it on the bottom. You're gonna lower your heat. You lower your heat down to a low, to simmer, and we're gonna pop the lid on this. So let me get this all nice and evened out so it can cook nice. You see how that water is just evaporated? Still nice and wet so the rice can cook down. But the water's evaporating nicely. You have those peppers. Usually they should be red, but you know, we get what we can nowadays. And I keep saying that like, you know, our new normal is something cool, but it's true. So I'm gonna reduce the heat down to a low, and then I'm going to pop the lid on, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. It's been around 15 minutes. The rice is done. It smells so good. You have no idea how good it smells in here. So I'm gonna plate this up so we can eat. Taste tester right here, excited to go. It's very hot, Marley. Let's see, Mommy's gonna get some rice and chicken. Mmm. Oh wow, that's delicious.
No, it's hot.
It's hot, but does it taste good? Wait, it's hot.
It's hot.
Here's a little bit more. Mmm. Rico? Yum. Yes, someone's happy. You want to taste Mommy's food?
Yes.
Go. Taste it.
Mm.
You like it?
Yes.
Kid approved. She jumped off the picture. This is so good, guys. I can't even. It's so good. Try it out if you want. And remember, you're cooking at home, so if you don't like peppers, don't put peppers. If you don't like olives, don't put olives. It's whatever you and your family like. Nobody has to tell you otherwise. All right? So we'll see you next time.